I don't have the book, so I can't do it with the actual book, but imagine that was the book. Ideally, it would be the DVD, but this is what we're working with. So, Disney Plus released the movie Artemis Fowl during the pandemic, which obviously I have nothing better to do, and it's free. So, bada bing, bada boom. There we go. And you know what? I thought, I had faith in the movie because, it was originally going to come out in theaters, and it's based off of the best-selling novel, which, you have a 1 in 2 chance of that being good. So I thought, you know what? Let's roll the dice, Let's see what we'll get. And then we got this movie. Also, before I get into everything, spoiler alert. But also, there isn't much to spoil, because there's not much story. I'm not kidding. Basically, the plot is that you have a father who is a criminal mastermind, or so it appears to the world, and then you have a son who's Artemis Fowl Jr., who is tasked with saving the world and his father because he stole the ultimate weapon called the Aculos, I think. And so he joins up with a team of misfits to help save the world. So far, so good. The issue is, the movie's got a lot of problems. Let me talk about them. First of all, you sit through 25 minutes of exposition. And that's me being generous in saying 25 minutes. It's actually more. Okay, spend a third of the movie talking and explaining the situation. Great. Fun. So 39 minutes in is when the action really starts. I mean, we have action before that, but it's just ooh, fun little, here's what fairies can do type action, which, yay, doesn't contribute to the story. So then here you are, 39 minutes in, and you're like, yay, I can't wait to actually get started and enjoy this movie for what it is, Let's get into this action. All we gotta do is leave this house, and then, bam, we're good.
6.5 hours later.
Oh dear God, we're still at this house. Have you seen Harry Potter, The Sorcerer's Stone? You know that scene with the troll? Imagine that being the big climax, the big wow of Harry Potter. It's like in the Hunger Games, if just everybody stepped off the pads. I cannot stress enough. The hero's journey in this starts from the front door of his house to his backyard. That's his journey. Even when it gets to the end, where he has to save his father, he's still in the house. He doesn't leave the house. He brings the father to the house with a deus ex machina. We all love those. The first issue, right? The first issue is that the story goes nowhere. And I know that's me being harsh, but that's the way it is. It goes nowhere. It starts at the house, it ends at the house. Nothing happens. Going into another problem with it, the character development is... There's an attempt. There is an attempt at character development. We have Artemis Fowl, who's the main character. And Artemis Fowl starts off at the beginning. They have a whole scene set up to basically tell you, hey, he's a loner, and he doesn't make friends easily. The typical cliche, this 12-year-old kid is the smartest kid alive, and, everybody's beneath him, yada, yada, yada. Oh, he's gonna make friends, yay. And, in total, with Holly Short, he has, 3 scenes, and that's, again, me being generous, with her before they start to become friends. And that first scene, there's no talking. It's him shooting at her with a tranquilizer dart. I think in total, there's, less than, 6 minutes of screen time with those two characters together, and by the end, he's like, forever friends, yay, we're forever friends. It's that cliche, oh, we start off as rivals, frenemies, and then we go and we become good friends, like, Stockholm syndrome. But I kid you not, there was no resistance. It was like, how can I trust you? You know what? I'm gonna trust you. There we go. And then so that's it. That's it. Oh, we have another character. Her name's Juliet. She matters as much to the story as your appendix matters to you as a human being. Like, it's there, and like, you can have it around, but like, if you have to take it out, like, it's not that much of an issue. Just snip it out. Like, really, she has like 10 lines throughout this whole movie. The And I'm not gonna count the lines where she's just screaming for help in one of the big fight scenes with a troll. She's like, help, help, help. And if I counted that, that would be legitimately 75% of her dialogue in this movie. Okay, they have this butler guy who is the protector of Artemis Fowl throughout the whole movie. They do nothing to establish his character. He's just really like there. He does not. You don't. He has a niece named Juliet. That's all you know about him as a person. And also, knowing Juliet, she's not a person basically in this show. So like, he doesn't matter. And like, going back to the spoiler alert, they have the big troll fight in this movie. That's supposed to be the climax, and then he like dies, or like almost dies, and like, I don't want to like he's giving his last words, and like I'm just sitting there like,
I felt nothing.
and let's get into the villain, right? The villain posed no threat except to the dad. I mean, okay, like, the villain killed Holly Short's dad. Boo hoo. Like, I hate to say it, but like, the movie didn't make me care about Holly Short's dad. The movie didn't make me care about Holly Short, period. And also, you can't feel empathy for the villain. The villain has no motives that are clear. Like, I get that they might build up to that in the future, but like, at least make them an interesting villain. And they're not. And like, they have this voice distortion thing, and it's like, if you're gonna have the voice be distorted on this villain, then it has to be one of the characters that we already know. And if it is any of the characters that we already know, then like, the amount of plot holes that you have to like circle around, dive through, jump around a hula hoop to get to, like, why even bother? And then like, another point I'm gonna bring up is just confusion. Confusion. I'm so confused by the end of that movie. I don't know what the Aculos does. I don't know what it does. They explained it, but very badly. Like, it can do. Can it only teleport? Is that its big draw? Is that its big draw? It's just that it teleports. Because I mean, that's good and all, but that's not like, wow. I mean, that's basically like, literally everybody in Harry Potter can basically teleport. That's not that big of a thing. You can like bend time in this movie, but teleportation, that's what really, like, okay. Also, I don't understand why. What is the rivalry between humans and fairies? What is the rivalry? Like, it seems like they help out humans a lot. I don't see. I mean, I get it. Like, I get it. It's like, oh, we can't be seen by the humans. We can't be noticed by the humans. Yeah, yeah. Because like, they'll abuse our power. Yeah, yeah. We get that. We get that. Like, it's been done before. It literally Harry Potter. Literally everything else. But like, they're not doing that great a job at protecting their identity from humans. They're not doing that great. Like, if OSHA if the OSHA of fairies went in to look into everything going on in terms of humans finding out about fairies, like, I'm sure they would find a lot of violations. Like, it doesn't matter. Mulch, the guy who's a narrator, Josh Gad, who's a narrator, right? Josh Gad is this narrator who is like hyping up this like awesome story of Artemis Fowl and like how good of a friend he became to him. They interacted like literally like once or twice in this movie. And like honestly, Artemis Fowl did nothing heroic in this movie. Literally, he let everybody else do the work. Like, how are you gonna let everybody else do the work? And then you're gonna claim, hey, you know, this is my story. Like, I get the kid's smart, but like literally everybody else did all the work. And so by the end, like, he rescues him and it's like, yay, we're back on adventures. And I'm like, back on our adventures. And it's like, y'all didn't even have one adventure. Like, I'm not even giving you that one adventure. Like, yay, we're all back on our adventure together. No, this is the beginning. They end the movie where the movie should really begin. It's just so boring. It is so boring. And so dumb. The one redeeming factor is hearing Judi Dench go full Irish with like a top of the morning to you. Judi Dench with that one line carried this whole movie. So, in conclusion, 10 out of 10. I love bad movies. Really, I do. No, but really, I give this a 1 out of 10. Because it's 1/10 of a movie. I want my other 9/10. Like, also, rewatching it, they cut, like, half the footage from the trailer. They cut, like, half of it.